everyone. Today we have Mr. Madhav, and he is the head UI UX at HCL Tech. Sir, first I would like to know, this is the first time you have visited our campus. So, how did you like the campus of this B.Tech?
Hello, nice to meet you. Yeah, this campus is really fantastic, and the vibe the moment I enter here is looks like it's a corporate. So yeah, you guys definitely have the better than the corporate. So it's just a fantastic place where students can learn and experience the things. It's amazing. Great job.
Thank you so much, sir. So, recently I went through your profile and I got to know that you have been awarded with CX Star of the Year 2023. So, how was it, and what exactly did you learn through that time period?
So it's see, you are right. Last month I have received the CX Star of the Year for
Congratulations,
2023.
sir.
Thank you. So the first thing you have to understand what is the solution you are bringing to the table, and you should understand your customer focused or customer centric design, or we used to call it a user centric design. So since you are the UX person, you should understand what is value you are generating to your customer. So what is the solution you are bringing into the table, and how it is going to solve the user problems, and how effective the solution you are bringing. So these are the couple of things is you have to ensure. And especially the solution what we have built last year, uh, it's going to impact the million users. So that's where I have submitted my case study to the panel, and I have gone through and showed the how the UX principles have been implemented, the UX methodologies, and the especially on the how user centric is gonna critical in the UX world. So that's how the panel have been nominated me for the CX Star of the Year. So it's a great experience. It was done by the Gain Media Solutions from Mumbai only. So it was all more than 70, 80 organizations from Fortune 500. So there was a huge competition to win the award. So yeah, fortunately I got it.
Congratulations,
Thank
sir,
you.
again for that. And can you provide us the insights of the collaboration of a UI UX designer and the developers in these tech industries?
Yeah, that is actually very important as a UX designers. So if you are not sure what is the limitations you have with the development phase and what kind of tools you are using, right? So it's not just the UX designer job is not just the building the wires. You have to understand from development perspective whether it can be achievable or not. Okay, so what is the resources you have, what is the tools you have, what kind of technology we have, right? And on top of it, you have to be very collaborative with the developers, so that whatever you are building, it has to convey to the developer the way you are assuming or the way you are visualizing, right? So if that communication miss, then in my career I have seen the UX what they thought and the development what it happened, and it's completely vice versa, right? So it may happen, it's end of the day it's a product, right? You have to be very collaborative with the developers. See, UX people typically have a mindset that I have built the wire, my job is done. That's not the case. It has to go for the development, you have to provide the dev support, and you have to go for the testing, and whatever you created, it actually coming to the live the way you visualized or not, right? So that you have to ensure with the collaboration with the developers. Even developers have the same mindset, what UX team have been visualizing, and am I really conveying the same message with my development or not? So it's not just for one side, it has to be from the both the sides. Okay, so that collaboration is really important, that understanding the technology limitations is very important. If you don't understand the ecosystem, then it's gone for toss. So yeah, it's very critical.
Any recent trends or innovations in UI UX that students should be aware of?
Yeah, if you see in the UX or graphics, right, every year trends will change. So we go with abstract, we'll go with minimal, we'll go with heavy graphics, we'll go with 3D, okay, we'll go with 2D. There are the times it's evolving, right? So sometimes they will go with minimal design. Some it depends on the brand to brand,
Mhm.
and the archetype to archetype. So it's a different thing. But recent times, if you see, after coming these chat GPT and all these things, then things are completely changing. The research methodology is completely changing. Earlier, 5 people, 10 people job, now one associate can do it.
Correct.
So that's how you have to absorb the technologies, and you should understand and you can implement that to your solutions. So that's very important.
You have interacted with the students, so any key skills these students should focus to excel in UI UX industry or in that part?
Definitely, I can say one thing. Here, the students are really enthusiastic. They are really amazing, and they are so positive, and they are eager to learn something. Right? This is the right age for them to focus on what they want to achieve. I think they are in the right place and the right people's hand. They're gonna create a wonders, no doubt on that. So, but what they have to ensure is, if they're really looking for the UX career or development career, how the trends,
Hmm.
how the product evolution was done on none of the product in a day one is going to be perfect. So in a phase wise, everybody will develop. The same thing for the learners also. They have to learn fundamentals, they have to understand the principles and how it has to implement,
Hmm.
right, during the designing phase or visualization phase, right, understanding the user problems, what is user centric design or product centric design, how we gonna create the value for the users. They have to focus on these things. If you understand you have to put yourself on the user shoes, so that you can understand what is the user problem. You have to behave like a user and understand the problems, then bring it to the solution, rather than I build the solution, you
Hmm.
are forcing the user to use it. That's not going to success. So if you go with the method one, then definitely you can see the success.
I would want to know what is your feedback on these students. Like they had some demo and presentations, right? So what is your take of first impression on these students?
It's surprised. Within 1 day or 1.5 day of time,
Hmm.
they understand the development limitations and the tool limitations and the creative solutions what they built. It's I actually got surprised, no doubt on it. So definitely, if they focus more and they understand the principles and fundamentals of UX, they're gonna create a wonders. They are amazing, no doubt.
Being first year students.
Yeah. So being a first year student, that's yes, you are right, call out. So uh, especially being a first year student, it's not easy. But
Hmm.
what they have created here, from last couple of years I'm in the industry, but if 5 or 10 years of experienced guy also, they couldn't able to do within that span of time. But these guys are amazing.
As a head, um, what kind of qualities you would look as a head of UI UX? What qualities you would look when you are hiring a fresher for HCL Tech, like for yourself, for your team?
Yeah, that's a good question. uh, my hiring process definitely focused on not just on the tool knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
also how well they are in communication, how well they are understanding the user problems. Okay, so and how well they can do a value add to the team. Okay, so HCL Tech is a massive brand. So having a pioneer in the industry and how you can carry that legacy and how you going to understand the ecosystem of the business, and how you will understand your different users and services across, and how the associates will really fit into the different roles, like junior role or associates or seniors or subject matter experts or leaders, or it may be different, right? So for every role the description will be different, but typically we see it's not just for tool, it's also for the how collaborative you are, and how strong you are, and how you will react to the situation, and how hard you can work, and what kind of creativity do you have. These are the major things what we focus.
Okay. One last question. Any, advice to these students? So even if they go for UI, UX or any other things after this 4 year, so they can take it with themselves. That kind of advice.
See, rather than forcing them to come to some world, whatever you like most, whatever you enjoy most, or what's your passion, just focus on your passion. So don't get influenced that okay, someone succeeded in UX world, let me go behind him. That may not be the case for you.
Yep.
Okay, so if you follow your passion, you can see a success. So if you see success or not, at least you will be happy. So that's all about the every organization will focus on the work life balance. So end of the day, you are how happy you are, it's a matter. So no matter which industry you are into, or which tool you are into, but you just follow your passion. So UX is my passion, I followed, so same.
Thank you so much, sir.